Hey Chelsea fans, I'm very happy to join Chelsea next year and play at Stamford Bridge for you. See you soon.
Petra, I'll be signing Havertz. I'll be signing Havertz.
Good try.
We were certain both Werner and Havertz would be hits for Chelsea in the Premier League. But now they could cost Frank Lampard his job at Stamford Bridge. What the hell happened to Chelsea's Wunder kids? To tell the story of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz is to tell the story of Frank Lampard as Chelsea's boss. In his first season as manager, Lampard had to make do with the youngsters available, as Chelsea, a club built on spending huge amounts of money, were hit with a transfer ban. He did a fantastic job, finishing fourth, so Chelsea decided to change their philosophy and start developing young talent instead of making record-breaking signings. Yeah, right. Once the ban was lifted, Chelsea went on a spending spree. $300 million! 165 on German wunderkids Kai Havertz and Timo Werner alone. The Bundesliga pair were destined to set the Premier League on fire. Havertz excelled as a creative playmaker at Bayer Leverkusen, breaking the record for youngest Bundesliga player upon his debut.
Fantastic young player.
At just 21, Havertz has 10 caps with Germany's senior national team and over 100 professional club matches played. Timo Werner shined as an inside forward for Leipzig, scoring 34 goals in 45 matches. Even Lewandowski listed him as one of his favorite strikers. The two of them together could destroy any defense in England. Halfway through the season, Chelsea are standing 9th in the Premier League. To put that into perspective, that's just a couple of slots away from Arsenal. Tragic, we know. Timo Werner had a decent start to life at Stamford Bridge, scoring 4 and assisting twice in his first 8 matches. But he hasn't scored since match day 5 against Southampton. He's even been involved in some shocking scenes, like when the corner flag tackled him against Manchester City. Kai Havertz, on the other hand, has been a huge disappointment. Just 1 goal and 3 Premier League assists for a player that cost almost $100 million? He's been tried and tested in a number of positions and has failed to impress in any of them. Have Chelsea bought a hugely expensive flop? To make matters worse, there's talk of Lampard's job being under threat. Chelsea have a history of huge signings flopping and managers' heads rolling. Shevchenko's failure partly cost Mourinho his job, as was the case for Fernando Torres and Carlo Ancelotti. If Lampard can't turn this around, Abramovich's patience will disappear, and so will he. We're going to let you in on a little football secret. Football is not FIFA. Just because you have an 84 rating, it doesn't mean you'll be a hit overnight. Havertz and Werner both being German doesn't make for immediate team chemistry. It takes time adapting to a new team, a new country, a new life. Footballers are human beings, and football teams are comprised of human beings. Kai Havertz even caught COVID-19 and was bedridden for weeks. When you do nothing for 2.5 weeks and then you start training again, you feel like you've never played football before. For me, it took 2 or 3 weeks to get back to 100%. But football fans on Twitter are demanding that he be man of the match, while Werner should get a hat trick every weekend. Lampard knows how this goes. Some people who are saying we're going to win the league or we've got the best squad in the league, it's ridiculous stuff. When you talk about the best squads, you have to look at the teams that have won it in the last 2, 3, 4 years. Their squads are full of strikers and wingers that score 30 or 40 goals a season. Midfield players that have won multiple league titles all over the place. We have some, but we have young players, and as a squad, we're not there. Lampard is building on something. Both him and his players need time. Joao Felix went through the same thing in his first season at Atletico Madrid. Now look at him. And to Chelsea fans, remember the last time you didn't have patience for a young talent from the Bundesliga? It cost you Kevin De Bruyne.
I hope I can reach the level that the Chelsea player need, but yeah, if you play in that team, you want to play for everything. You want to win the Champions League, you want to win the title, the cups. They want to win everything, and yeah, that's the best thing in football.